Why did the unicorn have to die? Hello everybody out there and welcome to another edition of a late night screen review. This week we're talking about the death of a unicorn. Horny. Something to do with horns, the joke. It's been a while. Sorry guys. Ha!
Horse-like mammalia.
With some sort of protrusion or growth.
It's a fucking unicorn.
I don't think I should be in swim shorts.
So, The Death of the Unicorn tells a story of a father and a daughter who have been kind of estranged, because of course they have. The father is a bad father and is work obsessed, because of course he is. The mother died of probably cancer or something, because of course she did. And the daughter isn't happy because of course she isn't. They're going on a drive. The father's taking the daughter on a drive to a big mountainside retreat to meet with this rich family who he works for because he's some sort of lawyer. And he's kind of wanting to get in good with them because the head of the household, the father, is dying. And before he dies, Paul Rudd wants to kind of insert himself into the family to become the family lawyer, I think, to kind of like, kind of solidify his place in the hierarchy. And the daughter's not particularly happy with this. And then they hit something on the road. Turns out it's a unicorn. Spoiler alert. So what did I think of the movie? Ghost Pillow. So here's the thing, like we went to the local Odeon to watch this film on a Saturday night, and I was like buzzing, like let's go see a film. I've not seen a film in a little while. 2025's not been a really good release for any kind of movies, I don't think personally. I think there's maybe been one or two releases, but there's not been a lot on, especially kind of horror fair wise. And when I say that, I mean kind of big mainstream movie releases. I'm sure independent foreign film markets, there's always some good stuff there to mine, you know, if you kind of search hard enough. But in major mainstream movies, I feel like it's been a bit thin this year. So I was buzzing. I was really looking forward to going and see this film. I thought, great, Death of a Unicorn. It's going to be a unicorn dying, obviously, and then other unicorns take revenge on the humans that killed it, and we just see a bloodbath. And great, let's have some fun. It's going to be a dark comedy. It's going to be a satire. Let's go. I'm all in. And so that's what I wanted the film to be. And that's kind of how the film was marketed as well. Like this big kind of like, you know, horror comedy, movie. And I'm like, great, I'm into horror comedy. Let's go. So we went down. Absolutely nobody in the theatre on a Saturday night at like 8:30. Nobody in our showing. Nobody in all of the cinema when we went there. And it's a pretty big cinema. And we didn't see a single other patron there at all. So that just shows you. So the Death of the Unicorn really felt like the death of cinema on that night. So it didn't start off well. The mood wasn't in a good place. And to be honest, this movie didn't help that kind of feeling whatsoever, I've got to say. I was really disappointed with this film. So, as I say, the basic story's all set up. It's all lined up. The dominoes are all lined up. Bang, 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 bang. Somebody kills a baby unicorn. They take the body back to their compound or their house or whatever. And then it's just the rest of the characters trying to survive the night as the mum and dad unicorn try and get at the baby. And hilarity ensues. It should be incredibly simple. You could make it a horror comedy, make it lots of fun, lots of gore, lots of over-the-top, silly, gross, fun death sequences, and then a bit of heart at the end, like we should look after nature and these unique creatures, and I love you, my daughter, and I love you, dad, and let's kind of get together and let's be a family again. Dead simple, right? The film doesn't want to do any of that. I don't know why. It was really simple. It could have been beautiful, but it decided to not bother with any of those things. This film isn't funny at all. I struggled to say it was a horror comedy, even though the trailer set it up to be that. Nobody was funny in this movie. It's a star-studded cast as well. So you got Jenna Ortega, you got Paul Rudd. He's been in some good films. I mean, Will Poulter's in this film. He's really good, a really good British actor, solid. Tia Leone plays the mum. So I thought she would have been brilliant, especially in a kind of like a dark comedy role. Would have been great. And they were all really bad. The messaging for the film is like, capitalism bad, rich bad, poor good. It's all that kind of stuff thrown in your face over and over and over again during the movie in a really simplistic way. I don't have a problem with that kind of message, I suppose, but ultimately I want a bit of kind of context and I want a bit of layering behind that kind of message, not just kind of going, oh, corporations bad, like we've never seen that before. And the film just wanted to say that over and over and over again. We're not supposed to like these people, and we're not supposed to like Paul Rudd because he wants to be one of these people, and he does it to the detriment of his relationship with his daughter, because he's not very good with his daughter. Because, of course, father's got to be bad, I guess. That's another trope that's quite common. And again, could be good if done well, but again, star-studded cast, and they decided to not do it well and just kind of throw it in your face. So you think, okay, what can we fall back on? We can fall back on the relationship with the father and the daughter. Nope, because they decide to not really bother with that, other than kind of reiterating again and again that Paul Rudd isn't a very good dad because he's more bothered about getting in with the family. That's the message, guys. Can you understand? So that you can't really fall back on that. You can't fall back on Jenna Ortega as a main character. Like, maybe she's mourning the death of her mum because mum died. Not really. It's not really kind of. They say it in a couple of sentences, but past that, that's it. So you can't fall back on her. None of the characters are nice. None of them are engaging or layered or fun or funny or depthful or any of that. The gore. So this film is a 15, and there was a big, the certificate showing at the beginning of the movie says 15, violence, gore, swearing, bang, bang, bang. And I was like rubbing my hands like, yeah, here we go, baby. But there's hardly any gore in this film, like, at all. Like, okay, I think it's in the trailer. There's no spoilers to say that one guy gets impaled with a horn, because of course you're going to do that, right? And it's done. It's fine, but it's not very bloody. Nobody kind of swears or goes like, "Oh my god," or anything like that. They just kind of go, "Oh, look, I've got a hole in me and I'm going to fall over." That's the death sequence. Cool. None of it's fun. That's kind of that's the best death sequence in the entire movie. You do see some guts getting thrown around here or there, but not enough for my liking. And again, like, think of all the sequences you could do with an angry unicorn killing people, and you're not going to see it in this movie. To me, the gore was just really lacking. There was some, but not enough to save the film. And the death sequences aren't particularly funny or fun. The black comedy, horror comedy aspect just isn't there. It isn't sold very well. And so I think the worst part of this movie for me, which is interesting for a horror hound to say, is that there's no heart in this film. And I like a bit of heart in my movies. I don't know if that's just me, but for me, that's the biggest point. Like, if your message is nature good, needs to be protected, unique creatures in the world need to be saved and not harvested for gain and profit, and again, capitalism bad. If that's your message, fine. But let's put some heart in the movie. Not one of the characters, including Jenna Ortega as the main character, gives a flying fig about the unicorns. Nobody cares. Jenna Ortega's screaming at the people, and it's more like, hey guys, be sensible, let's think about this. This is bad juju. We need to get out of here because we're going to get hurt. That's Jenna Ortega's message throughout the entire film. It isn't, oh, you guys, you're awful. Think about the poor uniqueness of this creature. You've killed the baby and now you're profiting. No. She just wants to get out of there because she's scared that there's going to be bad repercussions. Which is true, but that's it. That's the heart of the movie. You don't even see a scene where the parents are mourning the death of the unicorn. Not really. I would put that in a film about, especially when the title of the film is A Death of the Unicorn. So you can't like anybody. You can't fall back on anything. You can't fall back on the comedy. You can't fall back on the gore. You can't fall back on a particular character or a character arc or the relationship between the father and the daughter, because it doesn't really exist. All the characters are unlikable, so what's left? It's called Death of a Unicorn. It should have been a horror comedy. It should have been fun. It should have been funny. There should have been some jokes. There should have been some really over-the-top, silly, wacky death sequences. Loads of blood. There should have been some heart in this film where a baby unicorn gets murdered and dies. And it's really easy. And as I say, we went into an empty theatre on a Saturday night with something like a film called The Death of the Unicorn. There should have been at least half the theatre packed. Why wasn't it packed? And it wasn't packed because this film was terrible, and these films just tend to be terrible. And again, film releases, I'm sure that on the independent foreign film markets, whatever, there's some great movies coming out, but big Hollywood movies coming out of major cineplexes with a title called Death of a Unicorn that says it's a 15 with strong violence and gore should have been an easy win. And it wasn't. Why? Is it just me? Was I in a bad mood? I don't know. Comment in the thing. What did you think of the movie? But also, what do you think about the kind of latest releases in 2025? Are we just really thin on the ground? Because at the minute, it really feels like we are. So that's my review of the film. I'm really gutted that I didn't enjoy it, and I can't recommend it to you guys. I'm sorry. There's nothing. I can't even say it was bad, but this. No, it just wasn't good. I'm really gutted because we've not done one of these videos in a really long time. I've been really busy. And so, like, I was hoping to come back with a bit of a swing and a hit. But I'm unfortunately, I can't review The Death of a Unicorn in a positive way. Sorry, guys. So that's the end of the review. Just a quick update for all Jack Horrorhound kind of viewers. I know it's been a long time. It's been months. Again, it's been a really weird 2025. We've got the show kind of releasing on Nix TV now. And so it's not going to be on YouTube anymore. And we've kind of, that transition's been a lot more difficult than I thought. So we are going to try and get more back to releases of late night screen reviews like this video. We are going to give you guys behind the scenes videos. We are going to give you guys like additional content like skits between Galveston and Jack and some more cinematic little kind of story arcs. Little kind of 2-3 minute videos on YouTube about the story of Jack and Galveston. So it's not anything to do with the film review. All that's going to be coming on this channel on YouTube, not on Nix, but on this YouTube channel. But it's going to be, you know, it's going to take us a little bit of time to kind of get us to a point where that's going to become like a common release. So bear with us, please. We are going to release more content on YouTube. It is all coming. If you want to see the show, the old show, Galveston's Cavern, that as it is now called, you tune in on Nix TV most Thursdays, mid-Thursdays of the month, and then at the end of every month. So there's 2 episodes a month, just like on YouTube. One mid-month, one at the end of the month. If you want further details of releases, go to Nix TV on Instagram, Twitter. Go on the website page. We'll put it all in the description below, and you get like the schedule, so you'll see where Galveston's Cavern is going to be released. So it's really great. The show's really come on a long way. I'm really proud of what we've done and what we've achieved. I hope you guys keep following us and subscribing and just tuning into the show on television, because I think it's a lot of fun, especially in this day and age, to tune into live to terrestrial television like back in the old days. I find it quite fun, and I hope you do too. So until next time, guys, stay safe, stay scared, and we'll see you soon. Bye.